Well, Chase, in a shifting market, there tend to be a lot of distractions taking us away from our one thing. And for many of us, hopefully, that one thing was lead generation and building relationships. We talked to many guests this season who relied on the basics. We heard from some that really went all in on their networking abilities in order to expand their sphere. And we even heard some creative strategies come into play. Let's take a listen to see what lead generation tactics worked best for our top Keller Williams agents.
Episode 350, Nick Beveridge.
I told everybody, hey, I'm starting this investor meetup the first Thursday of each month at 6:30. Would you come to my first meeting? And I had such a hard time like getting previous to this, just appointments with people in general, retail buyers, sellers. But when I made this introduction to everybody, it just felt like such an easier way to lead generate for me. And I had 44 people show up that night, the very first meeting I put on. My head was just spinning afterwards because I was just like, holy crap, the amount of effort it took me to do that one meeting was nothing compared to if I was to try to get 44 appointments with random buyers or sellers and then ask for their business, while they're trying to pay attention to looking at a house. At the time, doing that first investor meetup, it just seemed like a no-brainer that I should put all my focus on this. So I just made that my one and only thing. My one thing was to do that meeting once a month, try to get people to come. And it was all about client acquisition and retention. And then out of that, over the years, almost all of my business has come from that.
Episode 315, Barb Dopp.
Hi, this is Barb. I just wanted to ask a quick question. If you had a real estate need, do you have someone that you would use or refer? And if they said yes, I would say, great, I'd like to be in backup position. If they said no, then I would say I'd love to interview for the job. I talked to people I knew. We'd lived in Boise. When I started in 2005, we'd lived there for 14, 15 years. So I knew people already. And I spoke to people that I knew first. I asked for referrals and I was not ever afraid to just get out there. I just networked with people. I just got in the way of business.
Episode 311, Nicole Brown.
Start lead gen early and keep a database. I did not have an actual database until 3 years ago. So that has been the hardest thing to backtrack, to go back and find things, or relying on my phone. Those probably would have gotten me there faster and helped me create, when I knew what a touch program was or when I knew what that type of outreach was, I would have struggled a lot less from that. And also just that relationships are key, that every conversation you have is an opportunity. Everyone is a buyer or seller. It's just a matter of when.
Episode 337, Jen Singer.
Somewhere a while ago, I realized that I don't love staring at a database and I am not the best person going into it every single day. So I created what I call a win the month. I lose the day a lot, meaning that I did not win that individual day. But if I win each month, then I will win every year. And it is literally a piece of paper that's double-sided. And on it are all the calls I need to make that month, all of the handwritten notes I need to make that month, all the birthday cards I need to make that month, home anniversaries, and every person who we're going to stop by and leave a little present for. And it is on one piece of paper, printed out. It is in my car, usually by the first of the month, as well as any of the things that need to be in there. And then there's another copy on my desk. I've gone through and I broke down my database so that everyone who's in there has a letter, as most of us do. And every A gets X amount, every B gets X amount, every C gets X amount of each of these items. But it is foolproof by having this sheet worked out by the beginning of every month.
Episode 301, Darren Ricketts.
It's the number of conversations you have. And so I happen to have conversations, for the most part, with people that I knew already, and I'd go to a party and people would talk to me. I do also have a slight advantage. I'm fairly memorable physically because I'm 6'8". And so everybody always recognized me. Oh, hey, yeah. Oh, you're that dude. Like, you're in real estate. Like, you flip houses and stuff, right? And I'm like, yeah, that's me.
So I want to make sure our listeners understand the key to being successful in real estate is being 6'8".
Yeah.
But it certainly doesn't hurt.
If you're in a crawl space, then it hurts.